Hi, my name's Dr. Jenny Wakely. I'm a GP working in the NHS and I specialise in dermatology. I also have a company called The Videojug which specialises in cosmetic procedures and dermatological advice. So I'm here today to talk to you about moles. You need to check at least every year if you're a particularly moly person or if you have a family history of any skin cancers. Best to check anyways, even if you're not got any risk factors. If you're not sure or there are difficult parts of the body, such as your back, then it helps to get someone to have a look at your back and to take pictures every year. That way you can, and they need to be good quality digital pictures, and that way you can determine year on year if there's any change, because it can be quite difficult if you're looking at a mole every day. You're not really sure if it's getting bigger or changing in colour at all. So the risk factors are if you're fair skinned and then you burn easily, if you have a family history of skin cancer or melanoma, if you have a family history or history in yourself of any other skin cancers that are not melanomas, if you've got atypical moles, if they look a bit different, or if you're like a moly person, if you have more than about 100 moles on your body, and also obviously if you have a previous medical history of skin cancer. So they tend to enlarge over time, but it can be from weeks to years. So the things we do, there's something called the ABCDE rule, which is A for asymmetry, so does it look symmetrical? B, look at the borders to make sure they're regular. C, look for colour change. D is for diameter, so if it's more than 6 millimeters in diameter, then you need to be worried. And E if it's evolving, so if it's enlarging or changing in any way. Also, we look for what's called major and minor features. So the major features are change in colour or shape or irregularity. The minor features are inflammation, change in sensation, oozing, or diameter more than 7 millimeters. You can also get non-melanoma skin cancers. They're more common than melanoma. They often present as a growing skin lesion which may not be pigmented. The main thing is sometimes they're crusty and oozing and fail to heal. So if you've got a scab that's just not healing over weeks and weeks and weeks and you'd have expected to heal by now, then you must see your GP. So how to remove moles? There's various different ways. You need to make sure that it is completely benign. If there are any features which make you suspect an unusual type of mole, please see the excerpt in how to check a mole, then you must see your GP. If you're 150% sure that it is completely benign, then it is safe to remove. If there's any doubt, then it needs to be seen by a specialist and biopsied and sent off to the labs. So to remove them, you can cryo them, so you can freeze them with liquid nitrogen. So sometimes you need to come back every 1 to 3 weeks to complete a course of freezing. Sometimes after one course it's absolutely fine, it drops off. It will scab and then it will come off and the skin underneath will be pink and then heal over. Also, you can use heat therapy or cautery. That can be sometimes slightly painful. Also, you can use minor surgery, so you just a bit of local anaesthetic and cut out around the mole and then use some stitches to sew it back together again. And the stitches will come out after 7 to 10 days depending on whereabouts on the body it is. The only thing is with cautery and cryotherapy, you need to be careful if you're dark skinned, because when you heal, as you might have already realised in your lives, you can heal darker and that can take a while to fade. So taking out through minor surgery might be a cleaner way of doing things. So I hope this has been useful and thank you for listening.